We'll proceed in summation and integral calculus. Summation and integral calculus, we are proceeding discussion into, and please trust me that this solves a lot and lot of problem. One example I believe I have given summation to integral calculus. Like one example is that a person kind of a person has C currency, C amount of currency. Okay, C amount can be C dollar, C rupee, C Nepali rupee, C dirham, C ruble, C yuan, whatsoever, C C euro, C pound, C amount of money a person has. Now he is tossing. He has a set of n coins, n number of coins he has, and he throws it. N number of coin he has, and he throws it. Okay, now he is counting number of heads and number of tails. If there is one head he is encountering, then his money becomes double. It becomes 2C. Then another head he is encountering, then his money becomes double. It becomes 4C. If another head he is getting, then his money becomes 8C, double. Okay, consider that he is getting alpha number of heads, alpha number of heads. Then he is getting n minus alpha number of tails. Okay, in that fashion, how much is the currency now? C into alpha to the power 2 into n minus alpha to the power to l n up c into 2 to the power alpha and into 1 by 2 to the power n minus alpha. If he gets 10, then money becomes half. So consider at any moment his money is something like 32C. C, 2C, 4C, 8C, 16C, 32C. And then he is seeing tail out there. It becomes 16, tail out there. It becomes 8, tail out there. It becomes 4, tail out there. It becomes 2, tail out there. It becomes C, C back, tail out there, C by 2, tail out there, C by 4, tail out there, C by 8, like that. Now, now if he is watching, then what is his money now? If he has got, if he has gotten alpha number of head, then n minus alpha number of tail, then C, that is his primary money, C into 2 to the power alpha into 1 by 2 to the power n minus alpha. Okay, he is trying. It's not that one time. He is trying many times. What is the, on average, on an average, what is his money when he throws the n number of coins? Okay, people generally they go with there is something called these are comes under statistics, and these are typically there is something called binomial distribution. There is something called uh, Bernoulli distribution, monomial distribution. There is something called binomial distribution. Like I have considered that a kind of I have n number of coins. Okay, I have n number of coins and I throw it. Okay, what is the chance that I'll get k number of heads? Okay, I have n number of coins and I throw it. Then what is the probability that I'll get k number of heads? Someone would ask, what is the probability to get head and tail? If I throw a coin, what is the probability to get head and tail? Is it that it is a 1 by 2, 1 by 2? It is 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Then it is considered as fair coin. There is no bias in that, biasless coin. Otherwise, getting head probability is 1 by P. P is the probability to get head. Then probability to get tail is 1 minus P. Whatever the example we talked about C currency, there first I consider that it is the coin probability is fair 1 by 2, 1 by 2. If coin probability is not fair, one is P and another is 1 minus P, then what it will be? Anyway, now the question is that in the probability section, if I throw n number of coin, consider it is a fair coin. And in that fashion, what is the probability that I get k number of head? I believe it is pretty straightforward. K number of head. Okay. Now, generally how people solve it. Okay, if I have unrelated, unrelated incident, one coin, what is the probability that a particular coin is head? Any probability. What is probability that provided a particular point is head, what is the probability that another coin will be head? Consider that I throw two coins and I see that one coin is head. I don't know what about second coin. One coin is head that I see. What is the probability that another coin will be head provided the first coin is head? Okay, anyone say unrelated. They are not related. Doesn't matter. First coin is head or tail. It doesn't matter that next coin will be head or tail. Doesn't matter. Okay, these are called unrelated. Means probability is nothing but amount by sample space. That is called probability. Amount by sample space. That is a probability. If I have if I have a hat, if I have a hat, okay, and then hat, if I have a set of hat, and in set of hat, consider I have a 10 hat, 10 hats. In 10 hats, now I draw a hat, then I mix it. I draw a hat, I mix. I do it 10 times. Because there are 10 hats, I do it 10 times. And then I put it back. Now then I saw that 3 times I withdrew red hat and 7 times I withdrew green hat. Okay, what is the how many hat would be there? 3. 3 by sample space. Sample space is 10. Okay, amount by sample space is the probability. So probability is nothing but amount only divided by the sample space. If I don't divide by the sample space, then that is the amount. Probability is the amount only. Anyway, if I have two coins, if I have two coins and first coin is a head or tail, doesn't make any sense for second coin to assess that it is head or tail. Okay, tell me what is the second coin? How much is the probability of head? Then if I toss one time, then it is 1 divided by the sample space. In sample space, it is head or tail. Two entities are there in the sample space, 1 by 2. First coin is head or tail, does not matter. If I have this kind of incident where the outcome of anything is not related to the outcome of the other thing, then these two are called unrelated items. If they are unrelated items, then together if I try to get probability, I have to multiply each probability. There can be better explanation than certainly. Whatever I'm talking is bookish explanation. There can be certainly a much better explanation that is awaited. We are redefining, I would say redefining mathematics. We are talking in a fashion that will be digestible to a common man. Okay, it is still a bookish way that first outcome and second outcome you have to multiply because they are independent to each other. These words I don't like, independent and then identical independent distribution and this distribution, that distribution. A normal person does not understand this much. What is independent and then what is probability and what is outcome and what is disjoint set, and this normal person do not understand. You have to talk in a way that normal person can use your mathematics in the normal life. That is the concept. Okay, that is the real strength of mathematics. And what is the real strength of communication? If I provide transportation to the people, what is the real strength of the transportation? People generally in India, especially people generally, they trust on their feet because they know that in very dire circumstances, if right happens, right, RIOT, if right happens or whatever, generally they don't see any transportation on the road. This is India. If corona came, generally in India people trust railway. Bus can stop, aeroplane can stop, car can stop, taxi can stop, a motorbike can stop. anything can stop in the right or in all the bad scenario, but railway never stops. At least in my personal life, I have never seen that railway stops. So it is something called there. People understand in terminology of the railway because railway always commute. But during the corona's time, first time people saw that railway also stops. Okay, in that fashion, if someone is talking about the mathematics, then he would like to understand in a fashion that is highly reliable to him, highly unterminology. There is no much terminology out there. No, no, no. This is not independent, but this is mutually exclusive. These will not work. And that's why people they tend to get away from the mathematics. Anyway, okay, let's go with the bookish way only. If I throw n number of coins, then what is the probability that k number of head will come? Okay, in that fashion, one head coming is probability is considered it is p, that is 1 by 2. P to the power k, p into p k times p to the power k is the probability of getting head. Then what is probability of getting tail then? Okay, probability of getting tail is 1 minus p, 1 minus p, that is the probability of getting tail. How many tail would appear? N minus k. P to the power k into bracket 1 minus p, that is tail. Okay, if p is half, then it is also half. 1 minus p to the power n minus k. Okay, is it what it is? Is it that simple? Means number of head, I just keep multiplying the probability and then that is the number of head. Same, since they are independent, then we kept multiplying the tail. It came as p to the power k and then bracket 1 minus p to the power n minus k. Isn't it that like that? No, no, no. But if I throw again, then there is a chance that the number of head will not be k different. Okay, whatever it is. In all the chances, okay, what is the probability the number of head is k? I'm sorry if I am mixing anything. Okay, the question is arising that what is probability if I throw n number of coins? So I'll rephrase it. If I throw n number of coins, then what is the probability that number of head would be k? Okay, then people would say one thing. They will put question mark now. Okay, I said what is the probability that number of head will be k? Okay, probability is p to the power k bracket 1 minus p to the power n minus k. Okay, what this is one thing. What is the other chance? Other chance is what is guarantee which head you are talking. Okay, I have n number of coins. That is true. First, first, first k coin will be head. What is guarantee that first k coin will be head? There can be chance that last k coin will be head. There is chance that in between k coin will be head. Okay, you have to tackle all the permutation, I believe. Okay, out of n coin, any k coin can be head. Not the first, which one you are tackling. You have to tackle that case also. You tackle independence, that is all right. That then you said p to the power k and 1 minus p to the power n minus k. What about head appears in any of the coin? If that is the case, then in n number of coin, any k head. Oh, looks like it is a combination. There is something called permutation and combination. Permutation means if I have n number of coin, if I have three items, okay, three items. What is the permutation? What is the probability of getting two red? Okay, then this can be two red, then this can be two red, or this can be two red. Okay, this is called combination. Out of three, two are red. Okay, in how many ways two will be red? First two will be red, last two will be red, or first and last will be red. Three combination. Then what is permutation? Permutation is first two are red, then I cannot mix it that it is all right. Then this can change like this. If this is entity one, two, three, one and two are red, this is one combination. Okay, then two is here and one is here. Then again, that red means we have to reshuffle it. Okay, Means permutation formula is different and combination doesn't matter. Once we select two items, then going inside it not required, which are at which place, then again we reshuffle and then see that is different combination, that is not required. Only finding that is required. So out of 3, if I select 2, then it should be 3, that is out of 3 to 3C2, that is factorial of 3 by factorial of 2 into factorial of 3 minus 1, 2. That will come as 3 only. Permutation is factorial of 3 by, I don't remember much, factorial of 3 by factorial of 2. I believe that will be permutation. So, or factorial of 3 by factorial 3 minus 2 or something like that. I don't remember. Okay, but permutation will be much more than combination because we see the exchange of the color also. If these two fingers are selected that this is one combination, then we can think that this finger will come here and this finger will come. We have to take two, not one. So combination is less and permutation is more. Anyway, now, but if I see there are n number of coin and first K are head, then not required that. Then again you reshuffle it and then another one. Then reshuffle not required. First K are head. That's it. We are worried about that much only. Not inside that reshuffling. In that fashion, if I see how many combinations are possible that K would appear here and there in n number of coins, shifting their position, then it is NCK. Makes sense? N number of coins are there where K are head. So how many ways K would appear from beginning to end, middle, and then kind of distributed manner, NCK. Okay, then what is the net probability that K head will come if there is n number of coins that is thrown? NCK, P to the power K, 1 minus P to the power n minus K, where P is the probability of head and typically it is 1 by 2. Thank you very much. Okay, next question is arising that if there is head, my currency doubles. If there is tail, my currency become half. Now tell me that after I throw n number of coin, what is expectation of the currency amount? I believe it is all right. We will work on it. Okay, what is formula of the expectation? In a class, there are n number of students. There is a class and there are n number of students. Each student is securing different mark out of 100. What is the expected mark of the class? Okay, someone will ask this question. I am a kind of a superintendent. I am a supervisor. I'm entering into a school and then I'm entering into class. What is the expected mark of this class? I'm asking to the teacher. What is the expected marks of this class? The teacher would ask each guy, what is your marks in your last examination? Okay, then each guy is replying, this was my marks. Then n number of students, then he took a calculator and he add all the marks, then divide by n. Then he replies, this is the marks of our student. You can expect this mark in this class. Expectation means average marks. Okay, this is the one way of calculating the average mark. That is, add marks of all the students and divide by number of students. Okay, one can find another way. What is another way? You will draw a x-axis, marks axis. Against each marks, against each mark, okay, he will raise how many students are there. Okay, consider that marks would come in not, it will not be in fraction, it will be real, it will be integer. In computer term, it will be integer. I believe in normal term, it will be a numeric value. It won't be a fractional value. Okay, in that fashion, now he's drawing a chart. Against each mark, he's raising one bar. How many students are there? There can be that at a particular mark there will be 10 students. At a particular mark there will be one student. At particular mark there won't be any student. Out of 100 marks, if there is a, consider there is a 10 mark. Examination was cut. I have seen 10 marks examination also. Examination was conducted for the 10 marks only. So marks can be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now he is raising bar now. At 0, how many students are there? They could not get anything. How many students are 10 mark, 10 out of 10? How many students are 2? How many students are 3? One concept is he will ask all the students to stand up and say their marks, add it and divide by n. One is draw a chart now. Okay, in that chart, 9 marks, how many students? 8 marks, how many students? Okay, now instead of making a student number of a student chart, this is one way. That right number of a student means this is marks axis and this is origin. At origin, what is the bar? Origin at origin also a bar can be there. At marks 3, what is the bar? At mark 7, what is the bar? How big it is? Okay, I believe that all students will be in 10, but that is not the actual reality. Okay, now what he is doing, what is your average mark? Then he is saying 0 into how many are there plus 1 into how many are there plus 2 into how many. This is far easy. If someone handing over this chart to the teacher, then immediately he is multiplying 0 into how many, plus 1 into how many, plus 2 into how many, plus 3 into how many, plus 4 into how many. Okay, then add all, divide by number of students. Even better is, instead of number of students, that bar chart I am making, I'll make it as probability. Probability is collection only, divide by the sample space. Now, if in at marks 5, number of students are 20, then instead of writing 20, he will write 20 by n number of students. Now he is adding again. 0 into how many is there? 1 into how many are there? At 520 are there. 5 into 20 by n. Makes sense? At 6, 12 are there. 6 into 12 by n. Just add it and that is the average mark. This is another way to calculate the expected value. Okay, now if I try calculating the expected value of my money C, when there are heads are k and tail are n minus k, what is the probability graph? What is the probability distribution for getting k head n c k p to the power k 1 minus p to the power n minus k? This is the probability when someone get 4 head k head. Okay, now he has a chart. Now, what is the probability of getting 0 head? Possible, right? 1 head, 2 head, 3 head, 4 head, like k head or all head. Multiply by that how much, what is happening. So first is if it is k head, then the currency is C into if it is k head, then it is C into nck p to the power k 1 minus pn minus k. This is the normal fundamental. Now he would replace k with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and he will add accordingly. Makes sense? Okay. Now this is what the money he is getting. If he adds all, he will get the average money he expects when he throws n number of coins. Can someone calculate it? It is impossible. For each k, if he tries and then c and 2 to the power 0, 1 minus, I'm sorry, p to the power 0, 1 minus p to the power n plus c, p to the n c's, that is also there. C is a currency right now. Keep it like that. Consider C is 1. So 1 went away in calculation. Now it is NC 0 when K head is 0. NC 0. P to the power 0, 1 minus P to the power N minus 0 plus NC1, NC2, NC3. Like that, if you start calculating, he will die only. There are N tends to infinity there. This is where the kind of summation comes into the picture. Can we break it into n number of parts? Can I break it into n number of parts? For each part, I calculate the outcome, and then either I add it or multiply it, whatever is feasible for all the parts. Okay. then it will be far easy rather than what doing this much. This is extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. This is how summation comes into the picture. Can I divide my problem into n number of parts? Can I divide my problem into n number of parts, solve part by part, then either add it or multiply it, whatever is feasible as per the requirement. Then if n tends to infinity, then can I bring this summation, at the end we are doing summation, into integral calculus so that it will come in algebra, and then it will be far easy. Anyway, we were going through a discussion of calculating the surface area of a circle. Okay, and I promise that we will do other way. There are many ways to solve it. How to find surface area of a circle? If this is x-axis and this is y-axis, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Okay, this is Cartesian coordinate system and I draw a circle. Okay, this is okay, and this is called xy coordinate system. This is xy coordinate system. Similarly, I have another coordinate system called r theta coordinate system. This is theta and this is r. This is called theta r coordinate system. There is two coordinate system. Actually, it is like this. Up, up, up. It is like this. There are two coordinate systems. This is x-axis, up, up, and this is y-axis. And this is theta and r. Means there are two coordinate systems. Theta r coordinate system and xy coordinate system. In xy coordinate system, I have a circle. Okay, I'm trying to draw a theta r coordinate system in the xy coordinate system only. In Cartesian only, I'm trying to draw theta r coordinate system, that is also called polar coordinate system. Okay, then what is the relationship between x, y and theta and r? X is function over theta and y is function over theta. X equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta. In that fashion, we are seeing that r, that is x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta, then r is nothing but a radius with that relationship, and radius is moving like this and it is making a complete round and it is coming back. If that is the case, then I can divide this circle into n number of parts where radius is moving in this fashion. Okay, this is the part number 1. This is part number 2. I am dividing like a fan. Part number 1, part number 2. This is part number 3. This is part number I. Like that n part I am dividing. I am calculating of part of each area and then I need to add it. Consider there is a ith part. Then area of the ith part is A and subscript bottom right small I, AI. If I sum AI for the all I get the area. I equal to 1 to n AI. Okay, then we came to how to find ith area. Then we took help of theta r xy. In Cartesian coordinate system, theta and r are independent components. In theta r plane, if I say theta r plane, this is theta and this is r. If I draw a graph which is a rectangle, if there is a rectangle in theta r plane, rectangle in theta r plane means rectangle is radius, this is radius. Radius is not changing when theta is changing. Radius is constant. This is called rectangle. If there is a rectangle in theta r plane, matching of the rectangle in xy plane is a circle. How it is? Because in circle, if I say this is radius and this is the angle, then radius is not changing. Okay, but angle is changing and it is making the curve. And x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta also confirms that. That is x square plus y square equal to r square, or x equal to r cos theta, x equal to r. If I do pictorial also, it confirms that r is not variable, theta is variable if I draw a circle. If I go to theta r plane and where theta is variable and r is not variable, it will make a rectangle any. But in theta r plane, we consider that radius and theta are radius is dependent upon theta. If this is theta, this is function over theta, that is radius. This is a mere chance that radius is independent of the theta. Anyway, if I talk in the Cartesian coordinate system, then x and y both are dependent upon the radius and theta. So in Cartesian coordinate system, if I merge radius and theta, polar coordinate system, if I kind of merge out there or put forth out there, paste out there, try to do mixing out there, okay, then in that fashion r and theta are independent and x and y are dependent. In that fashion, if I talk about the ith section area, if I talk about the ith section area, what is the area? Then this is radius vector that is going in this direction. This is arc vector. If I do cross product of radius vector and arc vector, I'll get a hint to calculate the area. What is the cross product of radius vector and arc vector? If I say radius vector, what is radius vector? What is this point P here? If this is the arc and this is making angle theta with the x-axis, what is point P? This is r. This from origin the length is r, then this point is r in polar coordinate system. And if this angle is theta, then this arc length is r into theta. So this point is r comma r theta in polar coordinate system. R comma r theta. Is it the same in the theta r plane? No. If this is theta axis and this is r axis, any point is r comma theta. But in Cartesian coordinate system, if this is a circle and radius is moving like this and theta is the angle, then angle and radius, if I take any point P here, then lengthwise radius is like this r, whereas theta has to be demonstrated in length only, not in angle. Then this arc is the representation of the theta, that is r theta. Any point P is r comma r theta. These are not mentioned in any of the books. Okay, if I'm trying to find the ith area, ith section area, then this is radius vector and this is arc vector. If I do cross product, it will give the area in between. May not be the ith section area, but certainly if I do the cross product of any two vectors, either a straight vector, if I do cross product, it will give area of the parallelogram. If I do cross product of a curve vector and this, it will give area in between. What is that area? What is these two vectors are? To get a vector of a curved line, many times we have demonstrated. First you write the vector equation. That is r unit vector plus r theta unit vector, where r is constant. In r theta, r is constant. R unit vector plus r theta unit vector. That is the vector in polar coordinate system. That is a hybrid model in Cartesian, mixed in the Cartesian coordinate. If that is true, r unit vector plus r theta unit vector, then this vector notation what we are getting, okay, what it would be for the straight vector, that is radius vector. If this is the ith section, radius vector is a straight and it is independent of theta. Theta is not varying, theta is constant whatsoever. Radius is variable. If radius is variable, I have to take out r from here. If I talk about the arc, then theta is variable. Radius is constant. Radius cannot be constant, whatever it is. If I talked about the arc, then I have to take out theta from there. What I am trying to say, that if I have what is vector representation of a line, that is r unit vector plus r theta unit vector. This is the representation of a line in polar coordinate system, that is in Cartesian coordinate system area, that is merged into Cartesian coordinate system. If I do cross product of two vectors, then I get the area in between it. One vector is r unit vector plus r theta unit vector. Cross product r unit vector plus r theta unit vector. If I do cross product of one vector represents this vector, another vector represents the arc vector. To get this vector, radius is variable. I'll take out r from there. From another one, theta is variable. I'll take out theta from there. One would become r by r unit vector plus r theta by r theta unit vector, bracket into r. Cross product, theta I am taking out from other one. That would become r by theta r unit vector plus r theta by theta unit vector, bracket close into theta. If I convert into calculus means division will become differentiation and multiplication will become integration. Now it becomes dr by dr r unit vector plus r d theta by dr theta unit vector into r into dr. Cross product dr by d theta r unit vector plus r d theta by d theta theta unit vector, bracket close d theta. Okay, then I can keep the dr d theta outside. Now it will become dr by dr r unit vector plus d theta r d theta by dr theta unit vector. Cross product dr by d theta r unit vector plus r d theta by d theta theta unit vector. It is exactly same as dp by dr cross dp by d theta. P is r plus r theta r unit vector plus r theta theta unit vector. dp by dr dp by dr is dr by dr r unit vector plus d plus r d theta by dr theta unit vector cross dp by d theta, that will be dr by d theta theta unit vector plus r d theta by d theta theta unit vector. Outside d theta dr is there. Okay, this resembles as dp by dr cross dp by d theta. Okay, if someone try to find it, this cross product, then first will become dr by dr r unit vector. D theta by dr is 0 because theta is not varying if I take this vector. So it becomes r unit vector. dp by dr is r unit vector cross product with the another one, that is r unit vector theta. If I do cross product, r and r cross product will be 0. R and theta cross product will come, and there it is r d theta by d theta r. So r unit vector cross product r theta unit vector. Okay, in that fashion it will become r k unit vector, whatever is the third component there. If I take magnitude, it becomes r and it becomes dr d theta. In course term, I am saying, okay, but you promise that you will give the area of the IS section. If someone wants area of the IS section, then it will become r, and okay, I'll rewrite it. It becomes dp by dr. Many times I have demonstrated this. dp by dr cross dp by d theta. dr d theta. dr d theta I can rewrite as delta r delta theta. Leave that part. What is the first part? dp by dr cross dp by d theta. I can rewrite as dp by d theta r in abstract manner. What is dp by d theta r? dp by d theta r means that if I make if I make if I make one unit of area change, one unit of area change in theta r plane, how many unit of area change I see in the xy plane, that is represented by p. Okay, p can be xi plus yj also. That is a position vector of a point, and since it is Cartesian coordinate, I can say p is xi plus yj or r unit vector plus r theta theta unit vector in whatever term, or r cos theta I plus r sin theta j, anything. Okay, dp by dr cross dp by d theta is dp by d theta r. If there is one unit of area change in theta r plane, how many unit of area change I see in the p? P is moving in area fraction. How many area it is making? If I know that, if I know that, then how much area it will make? This is dp by d theta r. Then how much area, if for one unit of area change in theta r brings brings dp by d theta r unit of area change in p, then how much area change in p I would see when there is actually delta theta I and delta r change. One unit of area change brings dp by d theta r area change. Then how much area change I'll see? There is a change of delta theta I delta ri. What is delta theta I? If I take IF section, this is delta theta I. There may be a case where r is also changing, where r is function over theta. And this is r1 and this is r2. R1 minus r2 is delta ri. Then net area of the IS section is dp by dr cross dp by d theta or dp by d theta r. dp by dr cross dp by d theta into delta theta I delta ri. Okay, that is the area of the IS section, whatsoever it is. If I bring into integral, please watch our previous video, how to bring a repeated summation into integral calculus. If I bring into the integral calculus, it comes as limit sign theta and r from begin to end, function over theta r d theta dr. That is function over theta r is r d theta dr. Integration sign r d theta dr. If someone does this integration, He gets the area of the circle. Okay, question is arising that can we do same thing in XY coordinate system? We cannot do. Problem in XY coordinate system, if I do it in, can I rewrite as a dx dy? We did as a d theta dr. If I write in d theta dr, d theta and dr must be independent to each other. In Cartesian coordinate system, if I'm drawing r and theta, they are independent components. Indeed, in fact, x and y are dependent upon theta and r. But if I take x and y coordinate system all together, then I cannot bring area in dx dy because y is dependent upon x. If I write concept in dx dy, the area dx both has to be independent to each other. That is highly required. Dx dy is only possible if there is a z component and that is function over x and y. Then only dx and dy. No, no, I want dx. I don't want z. R theta is alright to me. But I don't want that. In the past video, we calculated area of a circle through cylindrical fashion where we have a 3D model and Z is there and top circle we calculated the area. Considering top circle of a cylinder is same as the bottom circle. Then we calculated the area through repeated summation. Okay, no, no, I don't want 3D. Can you calculate with dx, dy area of a circle? What do you want? Consider that this is the circle. Oh, consider this is a circle and I chop x-axis into n number of parts. I chop y-axis into n number of parts. Then there is a section where I can say the width is delta xi and height is delta yj. Jth section in the top cutting and ith section in the x-axis cutting. If I take any subsection area, that is ith section area, delta xi, delta yj, summation I equal to 1 to n, summation j equal to 1 to n, and then delta xi, delta yj will give the full area. Or if the way I was cutting earlier, I'll cut in that fashion only. Ith section if I take, then this, if I go on x-axis, it will cut at one point. If I go on x-axis, another radius, it will cut at one point. This is the ith section. This is delta xi. This is delta yi. Okay, in delta xi, delta yi, can I bring the area of this this section? Not possible. The way you did in the r and theta. Take this as a length vector, take this as a length vector, and do the cross product. And then bring the way it is. Okay, then it will be dp by dx cross dp by dy. Bracket close dx dy, but it is not possible. Why it is not possible? Because x and y is dependent upon x. This is only possible when x and y are independent to each other. Then how it is possible? I want like this only. Then do the reverse thing what we did here. Here in xy plane we drew r and theta, making r theta as independent and xy as dependent. Now go to the another section now. What is your another section? Okay, go to the another section now. This is Cartesian coordinate system. Okay, now I'm taking another coordinate system called theta r coordinate system separately. So this is Cartesian coordinate system and this is theta r coordinate system. Now keep the theta r coordinate system and draw xy here. Now xy are independent, right? R and theta are dependent upon x and y. Now try to do dx dy. Okay, is it possible? Certainly. Theoretically, it is possible. Now here x equal to, now we will take x, now we will take r as a function of x and y and theta as function over x and y. Then x and y are independent to each other and r theta are dependent on each on it. What will happen now? Now if I take in this case, then r equal to square root of x square plus y square and tan theta equal to y by x, x equal to r cos theta, y equal to r sin theta, tan theta equal to y by x, means r equal to square root of x square plus y square and theta equal to tan inverse y by x. That is the relationship where x and y are independent and r theta is dependent upon them. If I draw the graph, then x equal to r cos theta. If r is constant here, it forms a rectangle. X equal to r cos theta. R is a constant. cos theta. Theta is variable like this. In that fashion, it will make a cos theta that will start from the r height, r cos theta, and it will go to 0 at pi by 2. It will form a cosine wave that is x. Y will be x equal to r sine theta. It will start from origin, and at pi by 2 it will go maximum, and pi it will go 0. It will form sinusoidal like this, where maximum is r. X will form a cosine wave where maximum and minimum is r, and y will make a sinusoidal wave like this. They are at 90-degree phase of each other. Okay, then what is the calculate the area? Calculate the area. Now, if I talk in dp by dx cross dp by dy, magnitude dx dy, where xy from minimum to maximum in theta are, then it's possible. Okay, do it. Who is stopping you? If I do like so, then what is dp by dx? What is position vector there? Okay, if I talk in position vector, dp by dx, position vector here is r unit vector plus theta unit vector. Mind it, it is not r unit vector and r theta unit vector. Any point here in this is not there in the book. Any point in the r theta plane is r comma theta. If I take position vector, then it is r comma. If I take cosine wave and I take any point P here, and if I try to get position vector in r theta, it will be r unit vector. That point will be r comma theta, r unit vector plus theta unit vector. dp by dx, what is r? Square root of x square plus y square r unit vector plus theta unit vector. Tan inverse y by x theta unit vector. dp by dx cross dp by dy, magnitude dx dy, where x is will take lower limit. I believe x and y are independent here. X will go minus r to r or minus a to a is radius. Y will go minus a to a. It will give the area of a circle? Certainly. X is minus a to a, y is minus a to a. dp by dx cross dp by dy, dx dy. Here x and y are independent each other, where p is the square root of x square plus y square r unit vector plus tan inverse y by x theta unit vector. Okay, actually I did it. Actually, I tried calculating dp by dx cross dp by dy. If I do the dp by dx, then I have to differentiate rs component and theta component. Then it will come as minus x by square root of x square plus y square r unit vector. Another will come differentiation of tan inverse y by x. Okay, it came in some form. What is the differentiation of tan inverse y by x? Okay, that is has some that we will talk. Similarly, I did for another, and I did the cross product. Okay, it came as 1 by a square root of x square plus y square. It came as 1 by a square root of x square plus y square dx dy. X is minus a to a, y is minus a to a. If someone is, this is very difficult. Integration of 1 by, then if I integrate with the y first, then I'll keep x constant. What is the integration of 1 by a square root of x square plus y square if I do integration with y keeping x constant? Then I was saying it will come as ln natural log ln x plus a square root of x square plus y square, something like that. Okay, then whatever comes in, then I have to integrate again with the dx. Okay, where the y I will set as minus a to a, whatever it is. Then I have to integrate. This is very difficult. Someone can try. I'm not stopping one. Probably it will come as pi a square. What is? But I want this way only. I don't want 3D model that I described in the last topic. What is possibility? Okay, let's go back to the previous solution in the theta in xy plane. In xy plane, the area came as integration of theta and r, limit theta r from one location to another location, r d theta. This is the fixed one. I know this is working. If this is working, can I convert theta and r, d theta dr into x and y? R I know, r is the square root of x square plus y square. What can I convert dr d theta into dx dy considering I am doing in another plane? If I convert, nicely can convert, then I will say I am in another plane or something like that. Is it possible? Limit will be different, whatever it is. Is it possible? Certainly, theoretically, if I know that in Cartesian coordinate system in xy plane, if r and theta are independent, then area is limit r d theta dr. If that is the concept, can I change d theta dr into x and y, dx dy? This is called Jacobian, or someone would say reverse Jacobian. If I have dx dy, how I can convert into polar coordinate system d theta dr. If I have d theta dr, how I can convert into Cartesian coordinate system dx dy. If I am successfully doing it, then it will become limit square root, that is r, square root of x square plus y square dx dy, whatever, into whatever come as the conversion expenses, then it should be possible. This is called reverse Jacob. Now we will use both diagrams. One is r theta in xy plane and one is xy in r theta plane. It will take long time now. Now we will use both diagram to convert the dr d theta into dx dy. If I am able to do it, then I don't need the 3D model. In here only I can do it. That we will see. This is mind-blowing, amazing, head hitting in the wall, thrilling. Okay, $1 trillion explanation. This is generally I say amazing, shivering, sensational. Anyway, please do not mind supporting us. Plus 91 is the India country code, 9483160610 is the telephone number. Plus 91 is the India country code, 9483160610 is the telephone number.